Welcome to Chat Over Tea, the show in which I get to communicate with the people who influence you, the ones who inspire you, the ones who entertain you, and the ones who encourage you to take on your dreams and move with them. Today, I'll be chatting to Mahlatze Vokal, one of the most popular RNB artists from Limpopo. He is not only an artist, he is a CEO of Muzo Legacy Productions. And Mahlatze is also qualified as a civil engineer. But I have so much to ask him because this guy can cause havoc in the social media. And I really am very excited to go through all his reasonings with him over Basilur Tea. Mahlatze Vokal, welcome to Chat Over Tea.
What an introduction. How are you doing?
I'm fine.
Well,
I'm excited. I'm ecstatic that you are here today and you're drinking tea for the first time.
Yes, I'm drinking tea for the
What
first
do you
time.
normally drink?
Coffee. I was like, I want to get rid of this whole coffee addiction. And I think today I just found myself, my new addiction. Perhaps I'll start having this. What is it? Basilur.
It's a Basilur tea. And
With an
it's,
accent. Basilur tea.
Yes, and you can find it in 4 Ways Mall, openly so. They have variety, as you can see. I'm having my green and you are having your black.
Yeah, black and strawberry.
Yeah,
Black
kiwi,
and strawberry. Yeah,
kiwi and strawberry. So I'm glad you're enjoying the tea, Mahlatze, but
For the first time, eh?
tell me, have you ever taken your civil engineer qualification to practice?
Yes, actually I completed my civil engineering course at Johannesburg Technical College, JTC at the time, in 2004.
Yeah.
And then immediately after that, we went into music because we were signed on a record company, we were still in the group.
Yeah.
And then only in 2007, when the group disbanded,
Yeah.
I went into construction. So from 2007, 8, 9, I was working in construction. We had a lot of projects in the Northwest. I was working for a company called Criselda Construction from Mpumalanga. So only in 2010 May, that's when I resigned actually. So I could say I was in construction for 3 years.
Yeah.
Although civil engineering is broad. I was doing more likely bits and particles of it because they are quantity surveyors, they are building administrators as well. But I was more focused on the construction side of it, doing projects. We had a water sanitation project in a place called Moinoi. We've renovated also the park station at Johannesburg as well. So yeah, but I guess because the music has always been a bigger part of me, that's what made me to resign from construction. So yeah.
And I want to know, how did you come up with your consistent dapper appearance?
So one of the things that I learned when I was growing up was that I used to watch a lot of TV. I was much of an introvert, in fact.
Yes.
And a lot of people know that when it comes to anything entertainment, we all obviously learned it from, abroad. We learned it from overseas, and we learned it from, you name it. So I used to watch people like your Michael Jackson, to Cisco, Boyz II Men, Tupac, and you name them. And the first thing that I recognized about them was the way that they dressed, which then got me into me saying, the day or the time when I actually get into this industry, this is how I want to be. I want to be remembered.
Yeah.
We then also had a problem with South African artists.
Yeah.
We could be so much talented in so many ways, but if you go anywhere around and you ask any child and say, who do you want to be when you grow up?
Yeah.
They cannot tell you about any South African artist at the time. Now, recently, people are really picking up.
Yeah.
So for me, it really was much of a great deal to brand myself, because people don't really buy into your talent.
Yeah.
They actually buy into a brand. You could name a lot of brands that at this point in time they've been selling, they've been consistent, and for me the look was very much important. When I appear, it makes more sense to say, I want to listen to what this guy's gonna do.
Yeah.
If he's gonna sing, if he's gonna dance, or whatever it is. Then I started working on my voice as well. I used to sing like everybody, from R. Kelly to John Legend to everybody. And then until I found my voice. And when I found my voice, I realized that my voice, most of the time when we sing, we always want to go up and down, like all the high pitches.
Yeah.
But I started working on my low, deeper voice to present my music to the public. And thirdly, I also started working on, basically I was one of the first guys, when we were still in a group as well, to do RNB Kaspedi.
Yeah.
Yeah. So where you're not saying I love you, but you're saying rata.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. So it became more relevant for people to really require me in their events, to say I want this guy to be at my events, and not only because of the way I sang or what the song themselves, but just probably maybe to grace their event, because I respect my craft so much. Sometimes when I go to events, I would even go and get a new outfit.
There's been quite interesting content on your social media lately. Firstly, I was startled along with all your fans when I saw pictures of you being brutally injured.
Oh yeah.
And I thought something hectic had happened. But then you came back and released a statement to say that was not what it looked like.
Yeah.
What happened there? What were you doing?
So I believe so much in empowering.
Yes.
I believe so much in growing up other talents as well.
Yeah.
So one of the young guys called me the other day. His name is Muzo.
Yeah.
And he said to me, I need you to assist me with, exposing my talent when it comes to doing, they call them special effects.
Yeah.
It's not just makeup, it's special effects. They mess you up.
Yeah.
So I said to him, look, it's okay. As much as we can do pictures and post them on social media or show my people.
Yeah.
But then it will be more, relevant for me to rather do something that will catch people's attention and people's eyes as well. And one of the things was that let's shoot a short film, a 1 minute short film type of thing, where I was beaten up. And a lot of people that knows me, they know that I don't like fights. I did karate for 4 years. I'm very much disciplined.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not. But with that being said,
Yeah.
he did the special effects,
Yeah.
and then we decided to flat it on social media, but with a more reason to say, hey guys, look at me now, before and after. It caught so much attention from people, even from the office of the mayor. They were so concerned to say what happened to you now. And hence yesterday, the following day, I had to release a statement to say, look guys, this was talent from Limpopo.
Yeah.
We're talking a person like Spacebox who shot the film.
Yes.
We're talking Temosho who did the makeup as well. And a lot of people who knows me as an artist, a singer, they didn't know much of my capabilities of acting.
Yeah.
So when they saw that, it really encompassed everything in one, to say, wow, this is quite a brilliant content, and we're going to go further with it as well.
Do you mind telling me about the film that you were shooting as a result of the picture?
Yeah, the film that we were shooting, it's called The Return of Lepara.
Yeah.
So The Return of Lepara is in Limpopo. When you are a big shot, not only from money, not only from being popular,
Yeah.
but just as that guy, I call it a gentleman.
Yeah.
A gentleman. You remember back in the days, our fathers used to do wilipeme and put on a pocket chief and all
Yeah,
of that.
yeah.
They used to be called, there's this word, ma'aivi.
Okay.
Yeah. So nowadays we call it lepara.
Yeah.
So if you're probably at some club, and this guy in a suit just comes and walks in, and most of the people would just say, hey, lepara gilela, So the film was talking about the return of lepara. The return of lepara, where I was this guy who's always dressed up in a suit, putting nice cologne, going to meetings, and always alone.
Yeah.
Strategies.
More like acting your character.
Yeah, strategies as
life.
well. In real, well, not really. Not really.
Okay.
So when the return of Lepara, most of the guys started hating.
Okay.
Because from the era of our fathers, where they said this are my ivy, to the certain generation, when you start dressing good, they look at you as what is it? These words, man. metrosexual,
Yeah.
and you think you're better type of thing. You know what I mean? So I then try to bring that my Ivy part into the new generation. But I got a lot of hate from a lot of guys to say, who do you think you are? And you can imagine, of course, with that being said, I said basically there should be a boy who says, I want to be like this man when I grow up.
Yeah.
There should be a girl who says, I want to marry a man like this one day.
Yeah.
I want a father like this one day.
Yeah.
And even some guys who doesn't have pride, they say, I wish I was like this, or I want to dress like this.
Yeah.
And there are some women as well who says, wow, I mean, I wish my husband was like this.
Yeah.
I wish my daughter can be married by this.
You have a content out there that which is indicative of you getting married.
Yeah.
Were you getting married?
No.
You had a very funny phone call that you made on the same content. You were phoning a mistress.
Yeah.
So for me it was like, oh my God, he's getting married and he's talking to his mistress. And the mistress wants an attention right there on the spot. So what was that? What were you doing?
Okay, so I'm the face of a Limpopo wedding expo.
Yeah.
That happens every year.
Yeah.
It's happening now in September. So they partnered me with a lady by the name of Blessing.
Yeah.
So she's also a face of the bride.
Yeah.
Or on the Limpopo Wedding Expo. Like I said, it's happening in September. So while we were doing the photo shoot and together with the video shoot clips,
Yeah.
I just felt like there was not enough vibing around the whole scene in terms of shooting. And because I sometimes appear as this serious guy, but a part of me knows that there's a craziness in me. I used to lie to people that I have a twin, because sometimes I'm this serious guy and sometimes I'm this insane crazy guy.
Yes.
Yeah. So that day, while we were taking a break, I just made, a fake call.
Yeah.
Just to break the ice within
Pretend.
everybody. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was speaking to my mistress to say, look, yes, I am getting married now, because she knows that I have a wife. Yes, I'm getting married now. Just hang in there. It's not like I'm leaving you, because we've been doing this forever.
Yeah.
But as soon as I'm done with this wedding part, I'll take you to Sun City and so that we can have a great time
so
and apologize.
funny.
but the reason why I did that is because
Yeah.
part of it is a reality.
Yeah.
It hit about 2 million views on TikTok
Yes.
within 5 days.
Wow.
And I actually questioned myself as to why. But a lot of people 50% of people knew that was just, a joke. But there are other 50% who thinks that was real.
Yes, and
some
quite
are busy staring
relatable.
at me to say, but why do you do that? And, people are relating with it because these are some of the things that happens in weddings.
Yeah.
Limpopo is being regarded as one of the provinces that host a lot of weddings a year.
Yeah.
I mean, I've performed over 100 weddings so far in my career. There's a lot of drama that I see sometimes. There's a lot of love and romance that I see.
Yeah.
But more of what that call did, it was as if I'm voicing out
The unspoken
truth. Because you see a man passing on a phone to a friend during his wedding day.
Yeah.
And if you see the face, you could tell that there's something going on, You see the wife is looking at the husband in some funny way, and something is going on. And some weddings, because it's not just weddings, Polokwane, Limpopo, they make crazy beautiful weddings,
Yeah.
And some weddings you'd find there are millions of those people who are part of that other people's life, you know what I'm saying?
Now this is like really interesting. You're not married yet, so when you eventually decide to, would you be like a polygamist?
The concept of polygamy, it's something that we are aware of, but it's something that doesn't want to be spoken about.
Yeah.
I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and I said, look, we had our fathers who used to say "DizeryKay Sauwe." I mean, where have you ever had somebody this day saying "DizeryKay Sauwe"? Like Sauwe is like you're traveling from Joburg, you come into Limpopo, now to Polokwane.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, your father decides to take a bus to Limpopo.
Yeah.
And then you hear the following 3 days later, your mother says to you, no, your father was lost. He took a bus to Limpopo mistakenly. It's like something just, I don't know.
Man,
I mean,
life was beautiful then.
Who does that? And then 3 days later, he comes back and he tells my mother, no, I accidentally went to Limpopo and I slept under the tree and some old woman found me and told me that my home is Wewe. So we've always had these aunties.
Yeah.
You understand? Your dad sometimes will go with you Wewe.
Yeah.
But only on the day of the funeral, you hear that you've got a little brother, you've got a little sister. You understand what I mean? When did that old brother, sister happen? From where? This brother comes from this Libohomo that my father used to get lost at. How much of a coincidence is that? So polygamy is not for men to have a lot of women. But polygamy is for every woman to have a husband.
And here you have it, ladies and gentlemen. He showed up as spruced up as always. The dapper gentleman who is an award-winning artist, Mahlatze Vokal. He is very versatile. He does all types of music. If you want a man to come and sing it right, you talk to him. And to meet more influential people, public figures who inspire you and who shows you how to accomplish your dreams and goals, how to live up to your potential. Do stay tuned on Chat Over Tea SA. Subscribe to our channel on YouTube and follow us on all our social media platforms. I am signing out as your Limpopo Queen, DEZRYKAY TRADING.
By the hands of the Almighty, and free fall in this generation, triumphantly. And won't you help to sing the songs of freedom? 'Cause all I ever had, redemption song, the songs of freedom. Emancipate yourselves from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our mind. Have